So, welcome to another episode of the Smoking Nerf News. Might be a little out of sequence because last week's video is actually at the shop. I did it on the beach and, well, I haven't had a chance to do it yet because this has been a busy week. And you want to know why it's been a busy week? Because we got the first alpha kits working. We're doing some fine-tuning with the O-rings and a few other little details. But we want to make sure that the kit is as good as it can be. So, I don't have it just yet. I am debuting it at the war tomorrow. But right now I just got out. I just got out of work. Okay, Saturday. Okay. So it's like 4:30 and I decided I need to feel like I'm worth the money. So I got me a couple of these. I've been wanting to try these for a while. These are Monte Cristo double Edmundos. Okay. They're about Churchill size. Okay. Well, a little less, like I'd say 7/8 less. But they're about the size of a Siglo 6, a Cohiba Siglo 6. And they're lighter than a Monte Cristo number 2. We're going to find out how much lighter, hopefully not too much lighter. Because I really want something that that has a little bit of heels to it, you know? But we'll see. I had the original Edmundo back in the day when they came out. And they were, let's just say they were too light. They were disappointing. I didn't like them. I tried one and I didn't order a box. I went up with a box of one of my old standby Monte Cristo number 4s. They were too expensive for what they were. This one, it's longer, so it might have a little more kick to it. We're gonna find out. Let's see. I gotta find a knife cutter. So we are working on the alpha kit. The only thing is, right now I'm using prototype dart gates, like the ones that were made by hand. That basically the 001 prototype has, which is the one I have. And I don't have the injection molded dart gate yet. So I have to wait till I get that before I take any pictures, anything, okay? I have to make sure that the kit has good integrity before saying that. Does it suck right now? No. Look at the video. It actually is really, really good. Shooting at 14K, it can do in excess of 200 feet per second, which is nice. Okay, so here it is right here. We're gonna cut this up. What Nerf news is there? Well, okay, June from Orange Model Works is in town. That's right, having a war tomorrow, and I have to say that I couldn't make it because I just got busy. I'm sorry, June. I wanted to meet you. I didn't have a chance to. Okay, so we got ourselves our jet lighter. And here we go. We're gonna light it. I didn't have a chance. I just got off. I don't think I'd make it in time for the last workshop that ends at 5:30. I got off at like 4 and decided, nah, I'll just smoke a cigar. If June wants to hang out with me, he can call me. He can write me. We can hang out, you know. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, it lights good, it cuts good, smokes good. Word of advice on cigar shops here, okay? You got the one in the Suntec Mall, the official Habanos one. It's a little high in price. They're a little high, yeah, but they're good cigars. Plus, you also got the Smoking Place Fumis, which, of course, they're a good place to smoke, okay? I promoted it for a few videos. You got the Oaks place over on Bayfront, and you got the Oaks over in Ion. The Oaks Ion is much better, and I'll tell you what, because the manager is a tobacconist. He's a guy who runs humidors, knows humidors, uses humidors. The Oaks store over in Bayfront is a little bit more centered around liquor. Because of that, they have a better liquor selection, but also like really high-end liquor, okay? But they're not, like, the cigars I get from there are not as, I guess, well conditioned. They are fine, they don't have mold or anything crazy, that's cool, but they just aren't as good. The best store I've found so far is Oaks Ion. There's another store over by the Quay, which is only open during like business hours, and I'm like, well, I'm never gonna buy there because I'm always working around those hours. So, but let's see. Apart from the alpha kit I'm working on, I'll give you some more details a little bit close to the end of the video. A little bit more inside info, okay? Some guy put a actual paint popper on a Nemesis, as if 100 rounds wasn't enough. Oh man. The people are just figuring out how to make that Nemesis hold like 1,000 rounds, 2,000 rounds. You know, rifle balls are expensive as shit. There's the thing I don't see about the rifle line, okay? Nerf, you can get all these cheap Chinese darts, right? And the rifle, there's been people that have come up with ammo with some success. Not as successful as knockoff Nerf darts. But the thing is, yeah, nice thick smoke, the nice 50 ring gauger, okay? And the flavor, it's weaker, but it's smooth. I like it. It's got the consistency of, I'd say, a Cohiba. It's like that kind of flavor. It's about that kind of strength, maybe medium to full. No one has come up with a good rifle ball solution. It's true. It's true. Every time I've seen somebody come up with the solid balls, there's been trouble with the conveyor system in the Nemesis, a few other things, okay? But the thing is, why would I want a blaster that holds 100 balls if I'm not even gonna afford that many? I would have a blaster that holds 100 balls, which is just like a Thompson submachine gun holds 100 rounds. I'm still comparing it to the Thompson, yes. If I had like 500 rounds or 1,000 rounds, I sure would. But I can't justify it. I mean, I don't even have 1,000 of any rounds that I have now, and I'm a serious player. So, how much would 1,000 rifle balls cost? Oh my God, you got to be in the bullocks, man. You got to make some serious cash. And then it's like you have 1,000 balls, and all your friends have 20 and 30, and they're just gonna mooch off you, you know. So I don't think this is the limits of high ammo capacity in rifle. It is not the blaster. It is in fact the ammo and how expensive it is and how expensive it can be. Nice thing is it's not 2-piece ammo, it's 1-piece ammo. That's nice. But no one has come up with a good solution. I haven't seen one. All right, well, I'll stop repeating myself. So the Nerf Singapore event was really good. I talked about it in a little bit in the last video. The two people who won the contest were pretty cool guys. This one guy, he has a channel, and I'm going to reference it on here next video. He's got a channel for actual Nerf gameplay in Singapore. Man, that's so important, because the first time I went to a war was actually because a guy who did live action footage invited me to a war. That was basic Nerf. Sadly, he doesn't really do Nerf stuff anymore. He got more into fashion, which is funny because my boss is into garment fashion. They had to talk. The two got to talk together. But at any rate, he got me involved into the wars. Now it's picking up. See, this is what I thought. In the beginning it would be weak, but then it would pick up a bit because it's a longer cigar. It would hold more flavors that burns. And I'm right. It does seem to be doing that. So I really respect gameplay and gameplay with the camera. And it's not easy to do. When you're playing a war where you got all these magazines you gotta reload, and you got all this gear, and you got all these people talking to you that, hey Chris, I need this catch spring. Hey Chris, I need this. Chris, I need that. And you get kind of overwhelmed. It's even harder when you add a GoPro to it. You have all this stuff, flashcards, batteries, all the stuff you gotta switch on. You gotta make sure your camera's on. One game I tried to play a hack game, and I found that half of my footage was in time-lapse photos. Oh no! I can't believe that shit. It was terrible. It was awful, you know? Yeah, I definitely need to break out a Coke for this one. Coke is it. Definitely. Interesting story about Coke. In World War II, Coca-Cola would not have anything to do with Nazi Germany. So the Germans, with the Coca-Cola company that was remaining in Germany, because I guess the distributor in Germany and Coca-Cola, for Coca-Cola, the one in Germany, had a falling out, okay? They made a new brand of soda. Now, y'all know that back in the day, sparkling water was mixed with different flavors. It was kind of like Italian soda. It was mixed with lime flavor, lemon flavor, cherry flavor, apple flavor, you know, orange flavor, okay? Well, back in the day, people would do that. Dr. Pepper was actually 23 of those mixed together, and that's how you came up with Dr. Pepper, which I hate Dr. Pepper. I don't like it at all. I'm sure a lot of people like Dr. Pepper. I don't, okay? But cola was a very unique flavor, okay? So what they did is they came up with, instead of a sparkling water that you mix with a little bit of flavor syrup, you saturate it like they do Coca-Cola. Only it's orange soda, or strawberry soda, or cherry soda, and they called it Fanta. Yeah, so Fanta is actually a product of the Germans. The Germans, that's right. And the Germans, I don't mean Germans, because I've met German people in modern day. They're the nicest people in the world. I had the nicest math professor at BYU, and he was purebred German. He was great. He was awesome. Reinhard Franz was his name, and he was also had a PhD in very advanced calculus, and he had equations that would just blow your mind. Really, really great guy, okay? So, at any rate, those two, they had Fanta, and that's how they had soda in Germany. It was a saturated flavored soda. So, when you look at orange soda, or cream soda, well, not cream soda's derivative of root beer, but let's say lemon lime soda or strawberry soda, that was a product of the Germans. And before that, it was just sparkling water and syrup. It was not this, it was not a soda that was all saturated together and made like Coca-Cola. And that's why the two are so different. Personally, I like Italian soda. I like a syrup and sparkling water, like club soda, mixed together. It's softer, it's nicer, not as sugary. The two came back together after the end of the war, and Fanta became part of the Coca-Cola brand. No shit, look it up. That's the truth. So, at any rate, back to the Alpha Kit. I know you've been holding on, but back to the Alpha Kit. It's got an aluminum barrel on it. It's an aluminum barrel that has two threads. It actually has one for the dart gate and one for an attachment. This is good because now you can make suppressors and have them screwed on. You can put Merlins on them, Scar barrels on them, and have them screwed on. It's a good standard to have because before this we were just kind of putting barrels over there and taping them on. Well, my project manager is a brilliant guy. I always talk about him. Okay, he's a brilliant guy. He came up with this idea of why not just have them threaded on both ends? Well, then you'd have the thread sticking out. No, but then you could put a cover on it, just like they do the HKs. Oh. So at Jet, we're doing things that people either haven't thought of and should have, or thought of and never did. And one of the things we're doing is that cover. Yeah, it's putting on the thread. And you can put any attachment on there. You can even put a longer barrel that attaches the two with a coupler. Remember, I do that with my brass. I'm going to try that next week. So, before the kit comes out, I got the very first run of the kit, but the dart gates. I got to make sure the dart gate's good. Plus, I'm playing with seals. I'm getting good velocity, but I think I can get better because I've got one size aluminum. That's right. I got 149 millimeters of aluminum, and with that, I can do tons of nice stuff that I couldn't have done with a taper. And what we're gonna see, I think, is gonna be some cool shit. Okay, some really cool shit. Does the kit work in a long shot? Yes. Does the kit, does the tube work with an artifact barrel? Yes. My friend Ty actually put the metal tube onto an artifact. Am I having to fine tune it a little bit from the production stuff? Yes, but you're gonna see that result in the kit. The box material, it's a white box, black letters, lots of contrast, about the size of a sheet of paper, by about, I'd say, 1.33 inches, 1 3/8, 1.5 inches thick, all in foam. It's a nice package. It's gonna go for really inexpensive. The pre-order is or was, I think it's the end of the month now, 37 bucks. I think they're gonna go for, I can't tell you how much, but not much more than that. I mean, you think about it, how much do people pay for a Long Shot Massacre kit? How much do people pay for Orange Modworks Stage 1, 2, and 3? How much do people pay for a Long Shot X-Power kit for Retaliator? Or a Long Shot Trooper kit? Or a Long Shot Fighter kit, for that matter? This is going for about as much as a long shot fighter kit with maybe a trigger catch system or maybe a bolt sled. Okay. Now, here's the cool thing. Tomorrow, I'm actually showing up at the war with a prototype. Blue. I have the Explorer sights on it because Zeus looks good with the Explorer sights. It just does. The Zeus 2 just looks great. Or as I call it, the Zeuser, because I think it's better. It's a better value. Okay. And I am loaded that up with a 8 kilogram Nerf Turf spring, which everybody knows that's more than 8. And I have loaded it up with 14 kilograms of 1.8 millimeter gauge coil. This ought to be quite interesting, yeah, because that's like, I dare say it, that's anywhere from 26 to 28 kilograms. That's hot. That's a hot spring load. I never even run that in like my Singapore Express or anything else. But the parts, such the high grade ABS, and this is not the junk ABS you see on Nerf guns. This is really nice sheen, strong. It's like the best ABS compound you can get. I was skeptical myself. I was like, you know what? Can we just make this out of like nylon or polycarb? You know, the breech, Delrin, the breech and the Dartgate in particular. And they're like, no, don't worry about it. They know what they're doing. I was like, okay. So I was crossing my fingers until I saw the actual parts. And when I saw the actual parts, I was like, okay, this is some really strong shit plastic. This is like that white plastic you see in Nerf guns. It's like that kind of strong, okay? Or like the gray stuff. You all know that, like, okay, for example, the yellow plastic that's in a Night Finder, which is ABS, we all know that the gray plastic is stronger, for example, or that certain colors of Nerf plastic stronger, okay? Some of the orange plastic, like what they use in the Sharpfire, is stronger. It's just a better grade of ABS, is what it is. Well, this is like stronger than that. Yeah, it's really cool. So I'm actually gonna try to break this kit. My product manager said, Chris, load this up with those springs, break it. I might have some trouble. I may have to actually go out and get more springs. I may actually have to make that 8 kilogram coil outside 16. And then I wonder if even Mighty Mouse me can even prime it. I'm dead serious. I don't know. So that's where the kit is right now. End of March, beginning of April. No April fooling you. This is what it is. This is what's going on. And I'm telling you straight out. So at any rate, this is Chris Cartea. This is episode 12. Episode 11 is coming. I am doing this in chronological order, so this is officially 12. So if it ends up being 11, I'll do it. But 11's good. It's just in the can. I haven't had a chance to do it. So anyway, this is Chris Cartea. Don't you go changing, or I'll find you.